Hey, good morning, everybody. We're going to get this wonderful weekend started off with some homemade blueberry muffins. And we're going to use just a few of our Pampered Chef products in order to make our muffins. And then when they're finished, I'll show you a finished picture of our products. So, in order to begin, we've pre-measured our dry ingredients. I have sifted in my sifter 1 cup of flour, a 1/4 cup of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And so we're going to sift together our dry ingredients here. And what I'm using is our Pampered Chef clear bowls in order to sift our dry ingredients into. And then our large rubber spatula from Pampered Chef, I'm going to create a well in the center of our mixing bowl, and I'm going to add 1/3 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm actually using unbleached flour in this recipe. And then I'm going to add 1 egg. And again, per usual, I like to crack my eggs into a separate container. And that way, if I get a shell in it like I did today, it doesn't ruin the whole batch. And then I'm going to beat it. And then add it to our flour mixture. And then using our rubber spatula, I'm going to mix our batter together. And again, we want to be very careful when mixing our batter because we do not want to over develop our gluten. And so we're just going to mix it until it's just moist. Because again, over mixing can develop the gluten, which will cause our muffins to be really tough, and we don't want that to happen. And then last but not least, we're going to measure into our batter our blueberries. I'm using frozen blueberries, so I've allowed them to thaw. I've patted them dry for the most part. And then we're going to add them to our batter, being careful not to burst the berries. Now this recipe allows us to use a larger muffin pan. This is going to actually make 6 muffins. I'm actually going to be using a small muffin pan. And so I have my portion scoop here ready, and I'm going to scoop my muffins into my muffin pan. And I've already sprayed it with nonstick spray. And the recipe says that it's going to bake for 20 to 25 minutes on 400 degrees. And again, the yield would have been 6 muffins had we have used a regular muffin pan. And what I recommend, if you're going to use a regular muffin pan, is that you get liners and you line them. And if you would use this like as a cooking lab for the classroom, this would fall under the grains and fruits lab because you're using a large amount of grains in this recipe, which is your all-purpose flour, and a large quantity of fruit being your blueberries. Now this last muffin I'm going to try to squeeze in here. There won't be any blueberries, but we'll use this as our sample muffin. The one, we'll call that Cook's Treat. That's the one that doesn't go out the kitchen. And you see how simple that was in order to make our blueberry batter and muffins. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these into the oven using our Pampered Chef silicone pot holders. We're going to put them into the oven to prevent ourselves from being burnt. And as soon as these are finished cooking, I will bring them out and let you see what they look like.